Today marks 13 years of my mom passing on this day, September 22nd of 2006. It's September 22nd, 2019, which makes it 13 years. At the time of '06, I was 9. So apparently, if you do the math or addition, you'll get that I'm 22. And me and my sister were walking home from the school bus where they pick up the kids to go to school, elementary. I went at the time. And me and my sister went to the same school. So anyway, in the apartments that we stayed in had breezeways and stuff. They're, closed in breezeway. You got to open the doors and go to the other side of the other building. So we got to go through those to get home and cross the street and blah, 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 through the parking lots and stuff. And make a long story short, we get home, go upstairs, because at the time we stayed in upstairs. We go upstairs and we, knock to let mom know that we were home. And it was strange because usually the door is usually unlocked for us because she usually unlocks the door for us. So we won't have to be out of the breezeway knocking, and, all that stuff. So what she used to do is just always leave the door unlocked for us so we can, come in the house and lock the door behind us. So anyway, it was strange that I have two brothers. Let's just start just like I have 3 siblings on my mom's side. I have 1 sister and 2 brothers. My sister at the time was 6. My other brother was 2.5, so he was a toddler. And my other brother, the youngest, that was just born 2 weeks after the date of September 22nd, he was just a newborn when this happened. So just to let you know. So that makes it 13 years for him this month. Because ironically, my brothers, they're 2 years apart in age, but they both had the same birthday, September 14th. So, and her death was a week and a half or 2 weeks after her last child was born. Of September 22nd is the date that she passed. So that's why he's 13 now, and her death today marks 13 years. So apparently he was born in that year of '06, of course. So back to the story though. Basically we're just standing around the house, around the door and stuff, and waiting for mom to open up eventually. At this point it's like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes now, standing around the door. And the first thing I thought, well, hell, maybe she could have went to the mailbox. Could have went to the mailbox and checked on the mail. She'll be right back. So basically we waited a little longer, and realized that she just never popped up. So another thought, I was like, well, maybe she went to the store to get groceries. So we did. We just basically left our backpacks by the door. We went outside of the breezeway and go play in the sandbox. I mean, back then, the apartments that we used to stay in used to have a sandbox. So we would just play out there and stuff and blah, blah, blah. Make a long story short, at this point, we're constantly checking up on, to see if our mom ever made it back. Apparently she hasn't. It's getting late and dark. Kids start, wrapping things up outside and head home for supper. But for us, we were still outside, and a good friend of mine at the time that shared a couple classes with me in elementary. I think so. And it's been so long, but I knew it was a good kid. Um, invite us to his house to my mother can come home, can get home. So I went there. Me and my sister went to his house. His mom invited us in. Uh, what did I do? Oh yeah, me and him played video games and stuff. Um, and then they brought us food and stuff like that. So make a long story short, it's weird. I still don't understand how they, my great uncle knew that we were at their house. It was strange, but apparently, my friends, my classmates' parent came in a room and said that our uncle was here to come pick us up. So, make a long story short, we already down the stairs with our shoes on, and he just escorted us outside to go to our breezeway at the time, where we lived at, and it was a bunch of officers at our door at this point, and I guess they was going to go in, like open, break in the house, because at this point there's children in there, and there's two kids crying at this point, my brothers, and they didn't want us to see the aftermath of anything, so we were escorted outside of the building. Then we was escorted to my other uncle's truck, to be in the back seat. And we overhear the conversation with my other uncles calling everybody, telling them that about the tragedy that our moms passed. At this point, they found out. I guess somebody came to my uncle and told him, I guess, because we still didn't know nothing. But once he found out, somebody came to the truck. I remember. I don't know who it was, so long ago. But he eventually found out, and then he made some phone calls, told everybody that, okay, so passed away. And we figured out what it was, of course, because he said her name. And we were just like, what, Mom? As a 9-year-old kid, you don't know how to react to stuff like that. And my sister was 6, so, I mean, we all act like children. We just made jokes and stuff, and, just been funny, been, kids. So, anyway, we all got out the truck, I remember, and we went upstairs. I guess we had to basically go upstairs to get our things, but of course that wasn't going to be an easy task due to the fact that everyone is in our house. Everyone is in there with tears in their eyes, and everybody looks devastated. They look like something really shocking happened. Everybody's there besides our mom. And just looking on everybody's faces, including my grandmother on my mom's side, basically means my mom's mom. I saw my grandmother in my mom's room tearing up and breaking down on the bed, literally. And I can remember to this day because it was so messed up. Something I can never forget, because knowing that the fact I've never seen my grandma tear up for anything like this. This was big. And I didn't understand how to react besides to cry, because now I'm seeing everybody else crying. Some people in my house are starting to cry. Like my uncle, he started breaking down in the middle of the hallway, and I don't know whether to help him up or anything, because he was on the floor, like crying like a baby, literally, of course, because, it's my uncle on my mom's side, which makes him the brother of my mom. So, of course, he's down. He's didn't take it so well. I broke down in tears in my own room because it was just a bad day. Well, the worst night of my life, basically, you know. We ended up getting our things out our house that day, or that night. And then we stayed with some other family members during that night. Then we buried her on the 27th of September. But basically, today is one of those days I just will never forget. Because it's remarkable and it leaves a mark and something I can never forget, of course, you know. I just wish that things would have been different, you know, since her birthday was in August the 19th and she would have been 42. My father's still alive, though. We talk about my mom and stuff, you know. So we got a good, strong bond between me and my pops, you know. I look after him, he look after me. We got a good bond. Anything he needs, you know, I'm there for him. Anything I need from him, he's always there. Even when, you know, I'm thinking about mom, he always cheer me up and stuff like that. Sometimes he just listens. You know, he don't try to judge me about how I feel or anything. He just listens. So, at least I got one parent left, and, you know, I'm thankful for that. And, yeah, September 22nd. I don't know if I went over the cause of death, but she passed away from a afterbirth, some sort of afterbirth. It's a name, I think it starts with an N, but it's in my phone, and I don't know if I can just exit out and just go to it, because I don't know if it's going to just end the recording or not. But basically, she died from an afterbirth. It has something to do with after a baby's been born and stuff like that. I just gotta look at it. But yeah, you know, this is my tragic, horrific, historic day for me, or my family, that, you know, the most beautiful woman in, you know, in my life, you know, my mother. It's the day that, you know, she left us. And I will never forget her. I never forget her smile. I never will forget the way that she loved and supported us. You know, I can't lie and say that she didn't love us. That would be a lie if I said that she didn't. You know, I'm gonna miss her hugs, her laughter, the bond that we all had. You know, going out to eat and stuff, and going for walks around the neighborhoods, going around, you know, walks around the apartments. I mean, we did a lot of stuff together. She threw parties for us, especially me, because at the time, well, you know, I'm the oldest, so, you know, I had plenty of birthday parties and stuff. My sister had, you know, birthday parties and stuff. She always threw stuff for us, you know. Gave us a good Christmas, good Thanksgiving. Gonna miss her cooking, you name it. But, yeah, I guess I'll just end this video with this story.